Reggae Boys fans, what's going on? All is well? Everybody's doing okay? Well, I certainly hope so. Yes, so what can we say? Football is slowly but surely getting back to normality, activity. Football is being played, ball a kick. Isn't that exciting? If you're excited just to be on Reggae Boys commentary live this evening, then give this video a big thumbs up. Alright, guys? Come on. You all are legends, and you all know that already. Come on. Not even a minute in the video. You all can do better than that. So, we have a lot to discuss, don't we? The great Romario Stevens says, "Good evening, Simon," and I say, "Good evening back to you, sir." So, I've been told by impeccable sources that reggae boy Amal Knight will be making his debut for FC Tucson in the USL League One this weekend. I've been reliably informed. Will it happen? Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But what I can say is that this is a young man. I say it like I'm older than the man. Even though he's just like a few, even though he's just like three or 4 or 5 days older than me. I ask him all the times if his mother and my mother plan it together. Cause we're born the same month, we're born the same year, and we're literally almost the same height. The only thing we play against each other in prep school football. He was at Hopefield Prep and I was at Hillel Prep. He was playing in midfield, I was playing in midfield, and look what happened. He ended up being a goalkeeper while I ended up off the field. Yeah, but if I took my fitness a bit more seriously, then who knows what could have happened. But the path that I took in life, secularly, career wise, I have no regrets where that is concerned, and I'm confident that it will certainly continue to be that avenue to take me places, which it will for sure. So, as I said, Amal Knight will be making his, well, should be making his debut against Fort Lauderdale. So, that's the big news. So, congrats to him whenever he gets that opportunity, and hopefully that he will be able to get the nod between the sticks. Johnny says, "You're a great commentator, so don't feel any way." I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. I will continue doing my best. Romario Stevens says, "Congrats to him." Absolutely. Amal should be playing outside of Jamaica from the summer of 2017. His quality, we could see, especially from that season that the University of the West Indies FC went on that amazing run to the semi-finals of the Red Stripe Premier League. I honestly think if they had just a little bit more firepower up front, they're the team that will be playing Arnott Gardens in the final that season. And I genuinely think that they could have pushed Arnott for that trophy. It was such a diligent core when you think about it. Fabian McCarthy, Anthony Greenland, Kemar Flemings, Amal Knight. It was a decent squad, I'm telling you. I was impressed by what Marcel Gale did with that core of players. I really was. So Amal Knight, USL League One, Saturday, 7 o'clock. Go in front of the TV and watch him keep a clean sheet. You will be impressed. 1-1 says, "That's nice. I regret some decisions I made for sure." What do you mean? Bigger Boys fans, what are some decisions that you regret in life? David Nicholson, JA, "How come Kemar Lawrence not playing?" Well, If you want to know the answer to that question, sir, you have to like this video. It's as simple as that. Because you know there's only one place for you to get impeccable, reliable, informative information, and it's right here. And you know that Simon Preston has that content for you. Kemar Lawrence is currently going through a difficult period of time in his life. Taxi has had a number of deaths in his family. Is it for me to expand on it? Perhaps not. But the reality is, it's no secret to anyone. He's had a number of adverse moments of late. I don't know what it's like to lose a brother or a sister. So I can't put myself in his shoes and say, oh, I know how you can feel, how you feel. If it was his father, well, yeah. But I don't know what it's like to lose a brother and or sister. So I can't relate to him where that is concerned. He wants to grieve, and he's been given the time to grieve. That's my understanding. So I hope that answers your question, Sir Nicholson. What are the plans for the Reggae Boys World Cup qualifying? Once again, Mr. Stevens, we don't know. We're going to have to be patient. Krista J. Wallace, big up yourself, Simon. Really appreciate the updates. No problem. One said, there were great decisions I made in my football career. I made bad ones that backfired. I great opportunities. You know, you see, even though there are regrets that you have in life, sometimes those decisions that you make help you to get the strength, wisdom to be able to move on to the next step of your life. You know? Think about Lovell Thomas. That's one player. Went on the IPL start in trial, didn't get the contract. Came back to Jamaica, draft, played down in the US, still no opportunity. Waited until 2016. Says your voice sounds a little low. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can. Does Demarai Gray want to play for us? Demarai Gray, I reached out to him and he says international football is not on his agenda right now. He wants to help Leicester qualify for the Champions League, and at the end of the season, he'll make a decision about international football. Max Aaron's still thinking about his future as well. I hope you guys can hear me a little bit better. Demarai Gray, yeah, I know Andre Gray wants to play for us in a heartbeat. Andre Gray has not started the process for a Jamaican passport because he's getting the documents first. Because in order to get a Jamaican passport here, there's quite a bit of documents that you have to put together. So for his side of the family, I think it's his father's side that was born in Jamaica. So he would need his father's birth certificate. He would also need his own birth certificate. And sometimes when you're hunting down information from your parents, it takes time. So it's just about patience. Again, where this is concerned, sometimes you sift through information and you can't find it.
and Andre Gray's father might have to ask another family member relative for it. So it just takes time. And I can tell you, for Lloyd Doyley, it took so long for him to find his father's paperwork, but it got done at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Hello. I really hope you are. I really hope that you guys are hearing me. If Rabel Morrison is getting axed from all of these teams, why are we still after him? Because international football is a different ball game, my friend. In international football, things will improve. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with the audio, honestly. Because my machine is just giving a lot of problems. Alright. Yes, no. Much better hearing now. I can hear you perfect. Alright. Alright, you guys, you can send in your comments now. Sometimes those opportunities. Does Ronaldo Aarons want to play? Yes, he does. Gray is a Jamaican? Yes, he is. That's great news. Andre Grays is pretty good. What are your thoughts about Swansea having a Jordan Garrick? Bags of potential, but we have to be careful because he's a bit of a dynamite. Put it that way. Which English-based players will surely be in the squad at the moment? Michael Hector, Bobby Reed, Adrian Mariappa. That's what we know for sure. These are the players we can look at. Ronaldo Aarons, Kyle Bartley, Tyler Blackett, Nathan Dyer, Dwight Gale. Well, Mr. MPEC TV, Tyler Blackett was reached out by Winfred Schaefer, and Blackett said that he preferred to represent the country of his mother's heritage, which is Barbados. Ravel is very talented. I don't understand what is going wrong, but he makes us better for sure. Absolutely. But if Ravel's discipline is an issue, what says little Jeff can? Thoughts on Deshane Beckford's recent goal with Rio Grande Valley? Quality. Is JFF interested in Ethan Laird? Would love him in the team. Well, I can say that I'm interested in bringing in Ethan Laird in the program. How many right backs you know score 30 goals in a season? I don't care if it's under 18s, under 23s. For a right back to score 30 goals in a season, that is just phenomenal. Simon, I said it before and I'll say it again. Ravel Morrison is not playing regular football, therefore he should not be selected over the other Jamaicans who are in form. Here is the only part where I disagree with you. I believe the best player should play at the end of the day in terms of quality. But I understand if a player is in a better form than he is, then fine. But what he is going to bring, what he is going to bring to the national program, fans are going to love him like a Tapa, like a Naira Nasworthy, like a Pepe, like a Bibi. People are just going to love him. All Jamaican players play overseas are good? No. I definitely wasn't scoring like that as a right back, says it's me, Josh K. Josh, what's up, bro? Long time no see. Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, but you are more of the assist king though, so it's not something that you have to sweat about. So don't worry about it. But yeah, as I'm saying, Ethan Laird, if you watch this guy during the under 18s, especially in the UEFA Europa League, UEFA Youth League with Manchester United, and you saw the assists he was giving Mason Greenwood. Wow, he was just splendid. But I mean, Josh Curran was giving mad assists to Max Pragnell and Charles Tufton and Adam Hilton and company. Honestly, if Josh like went Joshua, I'm telling you people, if Joshua Curran went to say a D1 university in the States, then he could have been playing MLS right now or possibly playing in Europe, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody has their path in life, everybody decides what they want to do. But yeah, for me, the best player I've ever played with is Max Pragnell. Best footballer I've ever played with, Max Pragnell. And you all probably heard of him because of his goal scoring exploits at Davidson College. Unfortunately, he just didn't make the MLS top 100 for the draft pick, but honestly, no matter how far I stretch out my foot as a defender, stretch out my foot to my right, this guy still finds a yard of pace to get past you. Yeah. Why is Alvas Paul not starting for Miami and Ravel doesn't have discipline, Simon? Alvas is recovering from a knock, and although Ravel might not have the discipline, he is improving, and day by day he's definitely getting better at his craft. He's working with a psychiatrist. I hope Damien Lowe will go to Qatar. Why? Why would you want him to go to Qatar when he has offers in Europe? He's 27, not 37. Laird is really good and should be checked out from now to be part of our youths going forward. Absolutely. I hope Damien Lowe, yeah, I read that already. Aaron's from Norwich wants to play for Jamaica. I would love for him to challenge the left back position. Do we know that for sure, Ryan? Because I know for certain that England has him on the radar. Ravel behavior is way better than better. It says bar coach. Yeah, exactly. What's our coach name again? Jonathan Woodgate. Yeah. We can also look at Amari Bell. Yeah. Che Dunkley, no. Daniel Johnson, yes. Kemar Roof, yes. Ravel Morrison, yes. Defender Liam Moore, no. Will not go to Qatar. Oh, okay. Understood. What's going on with Leon Bailey? What do you mean what's going on with Leon Bailey? He's a father. He's embracing parenthood. Is he going to move to Manchester City? We're just going to have to wait and see. But City is not going to make any decisions until the Champions League. That's what they're looking at to win, so we'll see how that goes. Do you see Bailey being rusty when qualifier starts since he's not playing regular football? Andre Blake? No, because he's putting in the work off the pitch as well. No, nothing can't beat match sharpness, preparedness, or anything, but in World Cup qualifying in international football, I think he'll be okay. The youngster from Chelsea, Odison, is he a Jamaican? I'll check on that for sure. I'll definitely be able to check on that. What do you think of Leon Bailey's form? Well, like I said in previous videos, where Leon Bailey is concerned, the injury that he suffered last year, he was just starting to recover, especially from that Rangers game in the Europa League in March. So I feel like it's still going to take him some time to get back to his best. Clearly, the virus took some bit of zest out of his game, but he'll certainly be getting back to his best soon. It barely goes on to one of the top teams in England. He won't play regularly. I would rather see him at a team like Leicester or Everton. The reality is though, BM, that Everton right now, it wouldn't be a club that would attract him. They can afford his wages because they have good owners and they're looking to build a new stadium quite soon and to really establish themselves as one of England's powerhouses again, just like in the days of the 1920s and 40s and 80s. So Everton, yeah, look out for them next 5-10 years for sure. JFF got some funds and heard they sorted out players for previous compensation. So yes, FIFA gave a COVID-19 relief fund, so the JFF will be able to use it for administration, the women's game, and grassroots. So those areas will certainly be looked at. Any luck getting the interview we spoke about with Lewis Baker? Lewis Baker is currently analyzing his options for international football. Apparently, he has Scandinavian roots as well, in addition to Jamaican and English, so he's looking at that avenue as well. When will the transfer window open? Soon, soon, soon. I'm glad to see 2 Jamaicans on the Premier League side. Fulham. Well, let's not count our chicks before they're hatched. Michael Hector and Bobby Reid, they still have to go out there and beat Swansea, and they still have, well, Cardiff, and they still have to go and beat either Swansea and Brentford in the playoff final. Bailey would have a good chance of playing at Tottenham, but at any other big clubs it would be difficult. I think he could play for Man United. I think he could play for Arsenal. I think he could play for Chelsea. I think he could play for Manchester City. He doesn't have to play 50 games a season in all competitions. No. The first year is a transition to England, so if the first season he plays half of the games in the Premier League, that's fine. Let him transition into England. Why are we rushing these days? Why are we rushing life? Why are we rushing things? Why is everything such a big rush? Why can't we just take the time to appreciate what we have? Why is everything just such a big rush? A man talks to a girl for 2 days and they wants to get into a relationship. Why rush? Take your time. After a week, a man meets a girl and wants to marry her, or vice versa. Why? Why are we rushing things? We live in this world of instant gratification where everything is now, 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 now. Take your time. Bailey will get to the top one day. He's just 23. Don't compare him to another folk, because there's only one Leon Bailey. All right? Take your time. What do you think about the options Jamaican youngsters have to join an academy in Jamaica? Well, other than Phoenix and Mount Pleasant Academy, Norbrook Strikers, Ballers, Andrew Edwards Genesis Academy. Yeah, those would be the best. He would have a chance at United, but Greenwood will be difficult to dislodge. He may be able to remove Pepe from Arsenal team. Good point. Bailey can play for a top English club. Yes, he can. I'm assuming that most of the people watching this video stream this evening are either in your early 20s, mid 20s, 30s, and for a handful of you in your 40s. Take your time. Everything will fall into place. Trust me. The Jamaican coach that fired from Swansea, where is he now? Jamaican coach at Swansea? What do you mean West Brom? Darren Moore is currently at Doncaster Rovers in League One, and he will be with Doncaster Rovers for one more season. Yeah. So he's going to be with them for another season. There was talks of Bolton wanting him to come into the picture, but yeah. Not true. So he'll be staying at Doncaster Rovers for another year, for sure. So we're just going to have to look at that. Let's see. Kevin Reed, why don't we go for Chris Humphrey instead of Tupper? So, fresh out news today. Let me just say a very, very special congratulations to Jamil Matt for getting a contract with Forest Green Rovers in League Two. So he has penned a 1-year contract and with a view to extend it a further year. And Chris Humphrey is now the coach of English National League club Kendalltown FC, which is located up north, up in Cumbria, in the same county where Carlisle United is located. So he's on a 2-year contract. A 32-year-old coaching a football club. The youngest active manager in English football and the second youngest manager to ever manage in the United Kingdom after Ian Cathro. Can you believe that, Reggae Boys fans? Can you believe that? Chris Humphrey, a Jamaican, born and raised in this country. His navel string is in this country. The man from St. Catherine, Spanish Town, Central Village, is the youngest man to manage a football club in England. Can you believe that? A Jamaican? That should not be undervalued or underrated. That is special. Don't look at the tier where the club is. Look at the experience he's garnering. And we know the deal about opportunities given to coaches already. Yeah. What about Tyrick McGee? Tyrick McGee is going to work hard and get into Cassie Penn's team. That's what he's going to do. So, Reggae Boys fans, thanks very much for reaching out to me this evening. Really, really appreciate it. Hope this was helpful. I hope that you're able to get some insights. All right? You know the drill already. Follow me on Instagram, SIMON.PRESTON. Any questions about the national team or players who are working on getting their Jamaican passport? All right? You know you only have one source for that, and you know who the person to ask is. All right, Reggae Boys fans, thanks very much for tuning in, and let us pray and hope. Let us hope that our friend, the boss, can avoid relegation from the Premier League. Let's keep Adrian Mariappa in the Premier League. Hashtag maps in the Premier League. Maps in the Premier League. Maps in the Premier League. We have to keep Adrian Mariappa in the Premier League. So whether Watford get promoted or relegated, I want all of you to go on social media and say that Adrian Mariappa is Premier League quality. Just put in a word at Fulham that Fulham can sign him on a 1-year contract too. Yeah. We need him in the Premier League. Wes Morgan signed a 1-year contract, so we're certain of one Jamaican in the Premier League for next season already. But we have to keep the boss in the Premier League. We have to. We have to keep Adrian Mariappa in the Premier League. That's a fact. We need to. It's something that we just have to do. Guys, there's a hurricane coming to Jamaica. Hurricane Gustavo. Please, stay safe. Stay safe. Honestly. Serious times. And we know what the scriptures tell us already. Luke 21 and verse 11. We know what that says already. So, just before we go, any news on Corey Burke? Corey Burke is going to be returning to Philadelphia Union in the MLS. Should Mariappa join Rangers in the Scottish Premier League? Travis, I don't know who you are, but guess what? You've made a contribution to the live stream this evening, and I suppose everybody has their opinion, and that is your opinion. And you brought some laughter to the chat, so well done to you, sir. Well done. I understand what you're saying, John. I understand. But you know, let me tell you this. In life, everything falls into place in time, and everything happens for a reason. So, make some people go on chat. Because what they're about to receive, they'll see. They will see. We will see. Trust me. Damian Lowe has offers in England. Remember, it's not. Remember, it's don't tell Damian that I told you, okay? So when you go on his Instagram live, don't say Simon said this or Simon said that, okay? Damian Lowe has interest in England, France, and also a place called UAE. He doesn't know about the UAE one, but I do because I do my research. He doesn't know about France, but guess what? I speak French, so I know. Don't tell Damien that I said so. Shh. Don't tell Damien that I said so. I know he's a subscriber to the channel and I'm probably going to see this soon, but guess what? I can speak 5 languages. And I can read. So once I see the words Damien Lowe, I know exactly what I'm reading. Alright? Let's just keep it there. But let's just say that there's an offer on the table that could make Damian Lowe the highest paid Jamaican footballer since Marlon King. Marlon King was on some serious wages at Wigan. I know you're going to say to yourself, oh, what about Leon Bailey? Yeah, Leon Bailey is the highest paid Jamaican right now. If you saw what Marlon King was being paid at Wigan and Hull City and Middlesbrough, now you'll know what he's doing in Zambia. This guy, Marlon King, is so smart, intelligent. The man have his own companies now. Not company, you know. Companies. Serious thing. Marlon was on 6 figures. In pounds. 6-figure salary in pounds. I mean, one did maths in school, so 6 figures is not a million, so one must know what I'm talking about. I remember Marlon has been kicking ball from his days at Barnet and Gillingham and Watford so clearly. And remember, he's a good talker, so he negotiates well for himself. He only had one agent his entire life, Anthony Finnegan. Daniel Johnson is the leading scorer for Preston, and he's playing in midfield. Yep, that's right. Well, to Bibby, he was paid too. Yeah, but Bibby was not on. Bibby was on 5 figures in pounds. Having companies don't make you rich, Simon. I know that they're successful entities because I've seen the books and I've seen the annual general meetings and I know what it is. Unless you're going to take a Bob Marley approach and say possessions make you rich, no, richness is life, then fine. If you want to go down that route, you know. What's up, Mr. Jones? So Damien not getting no interest from Netherlands. There was interest based on what I read from a club called Azad Alkmaar, but they cooled their interest because of the COVID-19 pandemic. I noticed Redman was on a live with Marlon King recently. Yeah, Marlon King is close with him, Ashley Young, and a couple others. What would be your best World Cup 11 for Reggae Boys? That, sir, I'll discuss in another video. That, sir, will be discussed in another video. What next for Maps? Well, here's the thing, right? The contract he's currently on expires in 2021. So, but the thing is, though, if Watford gets relegated, I think he's going to move to another team because he clearly has something to add to a Premier League team. Is he going to go to West Brom? No. Leeds? No. It's going to be a club either in London or just outside of London. Look at all the clubs he's played for. Watford, just outside of London. Reading, just outside of London. Crystal Palace, South London. So, there you go. It's really sad because he's played the last 6 years in the Premier League and he's deserved it. I mean, just remember that goal that he scored against Stoke City in the Premier League. Can you imagine a centre-half at 5 feet 9 inches tall? A centre-half at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Scoring at Stoke, of all places. Jumping over Peter Crouch. And then you go to Crystal Palace. And you jump over Brett Hangeland, a man my height, to score. Maps is just the best footballer in the air for Jamaica. I'm telling you. This guy is quality. Quality. Although he's 33, he can play another 2 years at the Premier League level. Make sure you look back at the videos that I did with him, the interview I did with him, but he wants to play till he's 40, but I think he can do another 2 in the Premier League and another 2 in the Championship. So, what are your thoughts on the English Championship playoffs? I think it's going to be a Fulham versus Brentford final, and I think Fulham will nick it with Alexander Mitrovic scoring the winner, and Bobby Reid taking the assist. All right, good boys fans, thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe. Hurricane a come. Go supermarket tomorrow morning. Buy up your tuna, buy up your sardine, buy up your salmon, buy up your eggs, your bacon, buy up all your non-perishable items. Hurricane a come. Hear what I say? Hurricane a come Monday. I want all of you to be safe for the next Corona Thursdays next Thursday, you know. Mr. Hurricane a come. Be safe. Stay indoors. If the government say move, move. Wanna hear me? Hurricane a come. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Alright, fans, take care.